Good morning. Today is November 17th, 2008, and this is your TBWS Small Business Daily, and I'm your host, Brian Stevens.
And I'm Frank Array.
Hey, listen, last week we brought you that Citigroup was cutting 10,000 jobs.
Right.
Over the weekend, they've revised these numbers. They're now cutting 53,000 jobs. They found 43 more thousand people to lay off over the weekend.
Bad weekend.
50,000 people, Frank. That's
God.
a small city. That's a medium-sized city. It really shows you the enormity of the problem if you think about it.
Yeah.
By the way, they're also slashing 20% of their expenses, which makes you wonder why didn't they cut 20% of their expenses if they had them to cut a couple years ago.
Okay.
The healthiest and the most unhealthy city in the country, Frank.
Yeah.
The healthiest came out to be Burlington, Vermont.
Okay.
Now, 92% of the people there say that they feel they're in good health. That's a really high figure.
It really is,
If
yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah,
I'd say we're probably 50-50 here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, of cities polled, they are the best in exercise and the lowest in obesity.
Wow.
Now, the worst is Huntington, West Virginia.
All right.
Huntington, West Virginia, well, they rank pretty much on the other side of everything
Okay.
here. I went to both of their official sites, and if you look at their mayors, it's pretty funny, Frank.
Really?
One of them is a little rotund, and the other
Yes.
one's kind of svelte.
No
you
kidding.
could probably figure out which one's which.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Hey, listen.
interesting.
Japan is now officially in a recession.
Okay.
Okay, Japan was the first one in Asia. Germany was the first one in Europe.
Right.
They got a little history together, and they're just kind of keeping that going.
Right.
So now you're starting to see the recession numbers kind of
Yeah,
fall
they're
all over
popping
the
up.
place.
Yeah.
We still haven't done it yet. So who do you think the next to go is?
Us?
Way to go!
Got it right. I love when I get the Brian questions right.
Hey, listen, the top 8 executives from Goldman Sachs, they're not going to get their bonuses this year. Now, bonus, doesn't that kind of mean compensation for a job well done?
Right, yeah, you do
Okay,
your
so
job.
they're not getting them. It's kind of offensive that that's even newsworthy.
Yeah,
they
really.
shouldn't be getting them.
Yeah.
By the way, the CEO of Goldman Sachs last year, his name is Blankfein, he received $54 million. Now, this comes out to $150,000 a day for every day of the year, weekends and holidays included.
Amazing.
If he were to work 40 hours a week and get paid by the hour, he'd be receiving $19,000 per hour in compensation. All of this for piloting the Titanic. I mean, it's pretty amazing if you think about it. Okay, now listen to this. The top GOP senators, they're trying to block the Democrats right now and their bailout of GM, Ford, and Chrysler.
Okay, all right.
Now, Ford and GM, their CEOs have come out and said that without the bailout, they're not going to be able to survive, but a bankruptcy is not an option. Now, GM, they also sold their stake in Suzuki for $250 million to raise capital. Frankly, I think the industries are kind of a dinosaur and maybe need a little overhauling.
Well, maybe.
What do you think?
Interesting. Yeah, I think you might be right.
Hey, what do you got, Frank?
You know what? A couple things. Guys, don't forget today, a video marketing workshop. You can register down below. It's all about learning how to do video marketing. What to do, what not to do, that kind of thing. So if you got thoughts about it, check it out. Register down below. Also, TBWS members, live chat is up and running. So if you go onto the dashboard, you click on live chat, and you can be in there chatting it up with everybody. It's kind of a cool thing. With that, here's a nice little sales tip to get your week started. See ya. Hello again. Hey, I'm here with something really interesting to think about from the Little Black Book of Connections by Jeffrey Gitomer. Check out what he says in Asset 6.5 of this book. He says, the worst way to get a referral is to ask for one before you've had a chance to perform for them. Then a good way to ask for a referral is to ask for one after you've delivered value to a customer. And then a better way to get a referral is to earn it, obviously by doing a great job for them. But he says the best way to get a referral, the best way, is to give one. This is why we need to be connected to as many other businesses and affinity partners as possible, and we need to remind our customers to check with us if they need a referral for like a contractor or an insurance agent or an architect or an auto mechanic or whatever. Because you know, after you've given a referral, it's a whole heck of a lot easier to ask for one, isn't it? You gotta admit it's a good point, and hopefully one that'll help you somehow today. And if you'd like to buy this book, you can do so by clicking down below. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. There you go. Pretty good sales tip for Monday morning. Wouldn't you agree?
I think so.
Great. Hey, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you tomorrow. Think big.